Welcome to Commodities, and here we're looking at gold on the weekly chart here, and we're still continuing our main trend up through here as wave C of 4 through here, and our target point is, well, 1400 or the top of the A wave here previously here. Wave C will have 5 waves in it, so we've been doing our best to track that, and moving in here, we've actually got this wave 3 here as currently situated in play already over here, and wave 4 here in here somewhere as such here, but I could be wrong, and we may end up having a wave 3 up here and a wave 4 here. I just need time to sort of reassess all of this here as such here, and looking at wave 5 up through here as something of this nature here. But look, anyway, the 1400 is our target, and it can go higher as well through there. But in the internal structure here on the 4-hour chart, the best count that I've got here so far is wave 3 to here and wave 4 to here, and we're looking at for wave 5, from wave 4 here to wave 5 up through here. And in that here, we're looking at this as wave 1 here. We've been looking at this as an A and a B and a C, as long as that low stayed in place, okay? So and that's there. And now we're looking at a third wave moving up here, and a third wave will have, well, each structure will have 5 waves in it. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. Then the A, the B, and the C across here is a complicated wave 4. But wave 2 was pretty, well, simple, but it was, time consuming and complicated. So we may get something really quite simple here, and then wave 5 up here. So that's what we're looking at. But let's just dive into this third wave here in group 2 here, the 65, 72, and the 80, and get our bearings here. So from this wave C here that we're looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to here for wave 1, back for wave 2 here, and then wave 3 up through here in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up into here. So we're looking for wave 4. Sure, that could push up there a little bit higher, but whatever. Wave 4 through here. This wave 2 here was simple, so we can expect wave 4 here to be complicated and up for wave 5, and then we'll get wave 3, and then we'll get wave 4 here. So wherever this wave 4 pulls back to 38%, then this one will be roughly the same as well. But let's just see how it travels through group 2. Basically what I'm trying to say is that group 2 will produce a bit of a restless sleep, but once it's done, then a nice complicated correction is actually a nice foundation for the next trend going up. So it will be, within a correction going sideways, it is an accumulation, it is a accumulation process, but when you break that down, there's lots of other things happening in there as well. Profit taking, stops being taken out, value buys come, the first wave of value buyers coming in, and the second people catching the trend up and running out of demand and falling back and tripping stops out again. And there's a whole process that goes through there, but that process does build the foundation for the next trend up. So look, we're looking up here somewhere. That's the main point. The silver market's in pretty much the same boat as well. We've been looking at this in both cases here, an A and a B and a C, well, A and a B and a C here, but we also had to have a bearish bias here as well, but now that moves up there, that's taken that out, so we can just continue on our way with, I'll fix that later, with the C wave. So basically, as I mentioned yesterday in the day ahead report, on the tech side of things, going long through 2100 here, and keeping the stop under here. You can look to add on the 50. Technically, we should take that high out there, so we'll be looking up here somewhere for that. So yeah, all things being equal, that's should be a nice trade, but a lazier trade than gold, of course. The copper market, not a lot of change here, pretty much doing what we expected it to do, looking for a bounce of wave 4 here back to, we may not reach there, may go higher, maybe go lower, but whatever, we're looking for a little bit of support there, then down through, just basically working itself lower through here as a normal normal situation coming down in a 5-wave sequence. It's that right in the middle, there's the middle of the sequence. It's the third of the third, so to speak. We could pretty much turn this here on its head. If you wanted to flip that over to here, then this picture here is what we're going to get over here. So from this halfway from this third wave here, this is the mirror image of the beginning of the third wave, and then these here will be the mirror image of, not quite mirror images, but they'll produce pretty much the same sort of thing, really. The oil market, well, we're looking for a three-wave move down through to here into the 50-60% retracement level, so to speak. Let me just double check that here. So yeah, pretty much on track there. So look at this as a B wave here, but you know, it may get a bit uglier, this B wave here as well. So we may end up getting something like just as a thing, as a 5-wave sequence down, then 3 up here, and then another 5 here as a B wave. That's so an A and a B and a C here. It could get that big and ugly here as well, or it could be just this A, B, and C here. That's simple. But let's just drill into this and look at what we've got here. So we're looking at, from the top here, we're looking at an A and a B and a C wave down. So in this C wave coming down here, C wave has always got 5 waves in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Our target was 98, but I can see that it's going to be moving lower. So let's just drill in there a little bit here. In this wave C here, we've got 1, 2, 3. We're looking for the 4th wave across here. It can pull back to the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree, so it can go back to that 99 area there. Probably not, but it can. And then move down through here. This 5th wave here will probably be about the same length as this guy here, wave 1. So we can be looking at 96.50, 97, 96.50 if you're looking for that short there. Expect wave 4 to be complicated because wave 2 here was simple. All right, the gas market, you know, I was a little bit unsure about this, but it did seem to be developing a triangle across here, and that's sort of panning out. So we'll be looking down at 430 area through here as a minimum through here, but we can look at this in terms of trying to understand. So from here, we could go 1, 2, back to here, 3rd, 4th and 5th here, and then we've got this move down through here. So we've got this 1, 2 here, 3rd wave here, 4th wave and 5th wave. That's why I was kind of looking down here, but let's see how we go with that. But the that's the target. The soybean market, couple of things here. Everything's okay because it's pulled back to the 38.2 retracement level here from the top of wave 3 here, not from the top here because that's a B wave here. So that's all tickety-boo there. I just want to have a look at the volume. The weekly volume still lower. Just want to have a look at the daily volume here as well. Yeah, we've got higher volume here, but the closing is off the low here. So that means that buyers have come in here. So we were looking at the volume yesterday and, you know, looking through the top here and down here. And these 2 bars here have been moving down, but on lower volume. So that's corrective. And now we can see that the buyers have come in off the low here. So that's good news. And just already had it here. But it's all good. So just looking in here at the actual wave count. So what we were looking for here is, you know, we were looking for, from wave B, we're looking for wave C down in 5 waves. So 1, 2 in there, 3 and 4 and 5. So I haven't actually pulled this apart here, but I think we're pretty damn close to it here. So one of the good points here is that if we get support back on the 1400 here, and you're new to this market, then you can start gleaning positions in here. If you've already been in this market, and everybody's got their own strategy, and I just pointed out that we could just buy at each 10 points through here and keep the positions really small so you can accommodate, you know, swings like this. But look, if we get support back on the 1400 here, we could actually add again on 1400, 10, 20 and 30, especially if we get 30, 1430, the top of group 1 as support. That will give a real solid thing, and then we'll be going up to the 1500 here, so we can hit it pretty hard coming into 10, 20 and 30 here, and even 40 here and 50 here, and we won't add too much up to this point up here, but I will do some work on the bigger picture. I'll have to have a look at some long-term continuation charts and get our bearings again, but we're on track here, not a problem. The wheat market is moving up nicely. This is a weekly chart here. And what we've been doing through here, as you know, we started going long at 571 in here, down here somewhere. And then we've been adding on every new high here and keeping our stop under the weekly low. But I didn't put the stop under this weekly low here because I knew that we're at 600 here and there'd be vibrations across the 600. And I know that we could get sort of kicked out of the party at that stage. So we've kept the stops under here, we've added here, we've added here, and after this weekly bar here, we'll add here. But I've got to say, this is still in the 5 waves going up. So we're still basically looking at 5 waves here. It's just getting an extension. Will take us up to the 700 here. So we'll still be looking at some point, maybe even the 720 up there as an ABC before we push up into a real strong third wave there. So with that in mind, here, I don't need that chart. This is the one that we're looking at here. Yeah, look, it just appears that we've just continued to go higher. So it's just still expanding. So we've still got our wave 1, 2, and 3, and 4 here, and we're just looking up for 5. And, you know, commodities tend to, not always, but stocks normally extend in the third wave. And commodities do as well, but they also, there's always a reasonable possibility that they can extend in the 5th wave. And this is like what we're seeing here. And in this here, we're looking up at this is wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and wave 3. Now, I know wave 3 is a little bit small, but I'm used to that when we're working around large numbers, and the 650 has really showed up as that. So the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5th wave coming in through to here. So still pushing higher. So once this comes into play here, let's just clear a few of these things up here. Don't need that. Don't need that. This one's gone all wonky. This one's gone all wonky. Don't need that. So we really need to have a look at this 5th wave in through here, but it does appear that it's it is like a little third here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, still going up to the 700 here. I just got to get my bearings a moment here. So we're looking at this low here, which is 636. 636. So that's that one there. So we could say that, well, it's possible that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and finishing here. The other story with this one would be up for 1 and back for 2 and up for 3 here. With 1, 2, yeah. Look, this is a bit annoying, this one here, but it's probably true that this is 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, I'm just not sure about that now. But look, one of the things that we can do here is that we've got 72, 80, 65. So it's really getting above it's really getting above the levels here. So which is good. So let's just see how it sits back in here. We can see we've got 1, 2. This is probably all the third here at 1, 2. I have to have a look at a 5-minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we get this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, then we're going to get some sort of move back in here. So as long as it stays within group 2 here, it's supported and can push higher from that point. So let's just see how it goes here. But it has pushed through here. We'll come back and test it. But our targets are 700 and 720 now to the upside. Alrighty, the corn market, it's on track too, and we were looking for the A wave to come down. We felt like it was in place yesterday, and now we're looking for the B wave moving up, and it could move up higher, but let's just drill into here. just on the 2-hour chart here. If we've got the A wave to here, then the B wave will pull up 50-60%, kind of where it is now. So we could say that the 490, 488, 490 area here is where it will tire out somewhat, and then get the C wave down. The C wave here should be about the same length as this one here, and then move up from that point there. So we'd have to prepare for a move coming back to the 460 area. That's the sort of probably the max it would pull back. Now, the other news, which is quite good, is that the A and the B and the C may be wrapped up in here, and we could go straight up from here. But we need to accommodate a 5-wave sequence in this move here. And if that's the case, and we do drop down here, and then we get support on the 472, we'll look to add here, and we'll also look to add on the 80, and also the 90, and the 500, and the 10, 20, and 30 to the upside there as well. Okay, the orange juice, it's been a bit lazy, and we're just getting a larger wave 4 here, so we need to look at this as an A and a B and a C coming back into here, retesting the 150. The 150 may not come that low here, but you can see that it's a pretty difficult thing to count here, like this move down through here. It may be part of this one here, but this looks like an A, a little A, B, and C for the B wave, and a C wave up here. So that's reasonably okay. This is a little bit difficult to count because it comes down so quick, you can't pull it apart. So once again, it's a little bit tricky as well, but we should expect the A wave here to have some sort of relationship in size with the wave C here and wave 4 here. But yeah, look, everything's pretty much fine here as well. Right, well, that's it. Just one other point here, in case you don't watch the currencies, is this situation here. So we've had with the US dollar here, we've had what we've been looking at. We were looking for the A wave earlier this week, the B wave and the C wave here. They're into place. The market coming down through roughly the 79, 72 area through here was a trigger for the low here. So we'll be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, looking for this to move lower from here, which obviously helps the commodity section. Alrighty, thank you.